Hello, everyone. So today is very crucial because, as you've read, Google Jamboard will be discontinued, and now the question is, what do I use for my students, and what do I use for my team? Now, Google Jamboard would no longer um, be in service, okay, or his application will be disserviced probably after October 1st, and properly shut down after December 31st, 2024. So, yes, I have three applications or two whiteboards that would be very, very important. And of course, I'm going to give you the recommended one. But before I go forward, what is even a whiteboard? Yeah, a whiteboard app or a digital whiteboard is a shared virtual workspace, okay, that allows students or teams to collaborate in real time, okay, from anywhere, okay, especially as teachers holding online classes, you want to do collaborative worksheets, for your students so that they can be part of it, so it's really just a virtual whiteboard, okay, that students, team members can just jot down observations, ideas, and even suggestions. Okay, so this is very, very important. So now, if you notice right here that I'm using Google Meet, right? Because obviously Google Meet is one of the recommended platforms for our online classes. Okay, and for other people who are also watching, yes, meet.com. So you just go to meet .google.com and then you can create an instant meet, or from your Google Classroom, you can just join in there and you have this interface. So the next thing is I'm just going to click on join now, and now we have this. Yes, we're in Google Meet. Okay, now the next thing is, if you click on this three dot here for more options, you're going to see they open a jam, which is your Jamboard. Okay, and right here I've opened it already. Okay, but we can just open it again and then work ideas together, and we can click on start a new whiteboard, right? And it's going to create the jam for you. And now you can see right here that an information is popping up that Jamboard is going away on October 1st. So from October 1st, the each editing features will be disabled. Okay, you probably will not be able to do anything more. But I have, Google has partners with three whiteboard companies, right? I have the FigJam, I have the Lucidspark, I have the Miro, right? And these are popular digital whiteboards, okay, that Google is partnering with, and it's going to be part of all the Google ecosystem, including docs, sheets, etc., etc. Okay, so here I have, um, right here I have the Lucid Spark. Of course, Lucid also have, this is by Lucid, right? Lucid Spark by Lucid. You can have your right here lucid.app, and right here you can just click on the blank board and you're going to have this interface right here. Okay, it's loading. Okay, so we have it, right? And it's going to load. Of course, the keyboard shortcut is Ctrl plus S to just share the link to your students, and then you can be able to collaborate here. And these are the tools, and it's going to just pop up some of these informations. What's your role, etc., etc. And of course, you can just quickly do that. I'm just going to go to yes, educational industry, and just click on continue, and yes, you have this. I'm an educator. Just gonna choose, scroll down. Okay, so start programming, and I have this, right? So it's gonna show you this. Okay, and of course it has templates that you can also work with as much as possible. That templates you can also work with right here as much as possible. So it's, the three apps are really, really cool interfaces. You can actually just click on document right here and just start with something blank. Okay, if you don't want to use a template, you can just use a document to start with something blank, and then you should be probably good to go, right? So you have a blank board here, so you click on your blank board, and then you're good to go. Okay, it's not really complicated, right? Just click on it, and yes, there we have it. Okay, double click on it, and yes, it's going to open this interface that you can now start interacting. Then this is where you can share it. Okay, you could record videos, you could do a presentation builder, and as much as possible, I'm just going to this is the link you can share to it. You can just copy this link and then you can share to your students for them to make use of. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a blank board. So right here, collaboration, yes. Yes, it has Spark innovations where you can use your sticky notes as much as possible, and you can do all that, right? Templates you can work with, and you can invite your students using this link. Okay, you can decide to disable and enable the shareable links, and that will be done. You can edit and share, and you can just make it view. They can just see what you're working with. Maybe you want to type something on the board, you want to write something on the board, and you want them to see, and you're going to give them some activities on the board, and then you can share the link to them to join in and do that. Okay, so yes, the next thing I want to talk about is again, another feature here is the fact that you can also allow collaborator colors. Okay, show authors, make a facilitator. You can just give special rules. If you're thinking of adding a text, this is where you can add a text. This is where you could put up a select, a laser pointer where you can be pointing certain areas as much as possible, right? So we have that. Okay, so you can move in here. I'm using my fingers on my screen. You can just move in, right? Also here as well, you can move in up and here, and you can do as much as you want. Very cool. The next one I want to talk about is I've talked about Lucid. The next one is Miro. Okay, so you see the here Miro.com, and this is actually a cool interface as well for Miro. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this. Okay, I'm just going to close this, and then we have this interface right here. So this is one here where you can, I'm using my fingers to just, right, to just zoom in and zoom out. So you can write some things that you want your learners to take note of, and you can zoom in to put the area of focus to this particular point. And you can also add videos as well as much as possible to it. When you have the options of more apps, you can add videos to it, tables, uploads. For videos is uploads. Okay, you have your comments where you can pin in comments. For writing, if you have a graphic tablet, you can actually use a pen and then you can actually write. There are other things you can actually discover in Miro. You can bring in calculators, spell checkers, and a whole lot of it. Okay, a whole lot of it. Okay, sticky notes are here, text where you can type as much as possible. Maybe okay, just to tell us what this is a video. Okay, so this is a video, right? And this is it right here. Okay, and as much as possible, I can decide to increase the font, right? I can decide to make it bold. Decide to probably go one step further, make it italics. Okay, I can change the text color. It's so cool, right? So cool. Move it here. Okay, probably I just need to make this white, right? Just need to make this white, and yeah, we're good. Okay, so you can say this is a video, and you can explain the whole process to them. But my favorite, okay, so this is Miro. Miro is actually cool, but my favorite is FigJam. I love FigJam a lot because I use it and it's actually cool for me. Okay, so Figma, I have Figma here. So I have Figma here, figma.com. All you have to do is click on new file, okay, and you can have templates on meetings, brainstorm, diagrams, plan, or you can just click on a blank whiteboard and that will be good to go. Literally, so easy, right? Now, here is where the whole idea comes in, right? You have the idea, you have your canvas where you can walk, teach as much as possible, and you can just bring in things as much as possible. Let's exploit. Let's exploit. Okay. So right here I have tools where I can right here, or my hand tool where I can use my hand, or this, right? Okay. So if I'm using a hand tool, probably if you're using a screen, you can use this. You can see my hand tool right here. Okay, and I can also use this as much as possible. Okay, I can right click and have some other plugins that I want to, widgets as well, and cursor charts, etc, etc. Okay, the next one is a pen or marker. Okay, so I have this where I can probably just write um hello, just using my hands. um Hello, this is agile tech, right? Yes, I'm just using my hand to just write on my screen. Okay. Okay. And the next one is the highlighter, where you can just highlight some things. Okay. I want to highlight this area, take note of this area, something like that. Okay, and a lighter, and then I have my Risi tapes where you can just put a tape on something. Okay, as much as possible. If you want to put a tape on this, okay, whatever, it's cool. Okay, as much as possible, you can actually do that. Probably gonna delete this. Delete, right click and delete. The next one is the eraser. This is the eraser here where you can just clean, right? So cool. You can just clean, just wipe everything you've written here. Okay. The next one is the sticky notes where you can put the notes here. You can put the notes here. Okay. I can put it here. I have pink. And then I can just put this here and then I can type. Okay. Type hello. Um, how are you? Okay. Yeah, something, right? Or classwork. You just put in classwork and that is done. Okay. And then we have shapes. Okay. We have shapes, connectors. If you're doing a flow chart or something, right? You have your arrows, you have decisions, you have your input and output, so many. Okay, and then we have the text where you can add text and then you can type of anything. You can just put in. Okay, let me just put in presentations. This is a topic in ICT, right? Presentations, right? Chapter 19. Okay, you can just put in that and you want to talk about presentations. Okay, and yeah, you have different sections. You could make this one section. You can come in again and type another thing and make another sections to it. Okay, you can add a whole section, different section that you want to talk about. Put this, maybe this is presentation, maybe this is the system life cycle, etc., etc. I'm just going to stay in the core, system and security and stuff like that, right? Safety and security. Okay, and this is table. Okay, I'm just gonna take this off. Yeah, just right click on them and just delete. It's very, very easy. Just right click and then delete. You can also copy as pictures, you can copy link to text, just delete, right? I also have tables where you can insert tables as much as possible. You can insert a table. You can decide to also add in a table. Okay, so you can highlight here and then click on the plus to add. You can decide to add. That's for row, that's for columns. You can just, it's so easy. The interface is easy, everything is easy to work with. Okay, but then again, we have what we call generate, and this is one thing I like. I'm just going to delete this. This is the AI of it. I'm just going to delete the table, delete content. Let me just delete the column, delete, go, right? So this is the AI content, right? Where you can literally ask Figma to just do anything for you. Okay, so we're just going to do the practice right now. Okay, so let's make a what? Okay, so let's make, literally we're going to say that let's make a collaborative worksheet for my students. Okay, you just can just, and you just, okay, generate, and it's going to produce a lot of possibilities, and in no time you're going to have it right here. So there we have it, a collaborative worksheet. So you can decide to, it's still on the beta version, but so far this is so cool, right? I can cancel it and then I can decide to put the name for the students, the name for the students, a name for the students, give them different works to do, right? Even add more to it. Okay, and it can go, you can just copy, duplicate it, add for, this is collaborative, this is the title for it. You can add it for your students. If you want to make it, if you want to enhance it, fine, you can do that, right? As much as possible you can. Okay, you can bold it, you can add colors to it just to fine tune it to your own liking. Okay, and you can just put in duplicate, just make a duplicate of it, and you can add it as much as possible for your students to be able to carry out any activities. For team building, you can just make a collaborative worksheet where you can, okay, how are we doing this, how are we going about it? So it's really, really cool. And while you're giving them an activity, this is one thing I love about Figma. While you're giving them an activity, you can time them, not just time them, but actually play something cool for them. Okay, so I have right here a timer, a music. The voting is for you have to upgrade to make a voting. So I can decide to say, okay, I want to give them probably 3 minutes. Okay, I can add plus 1 minutes. So probably you can just manually, right? Type 2, okay, or let's just say 0 0, and just make it 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds to do this work. And I have an option where I can just play them a very cool classic. So while they're doing the work, I'm timing them, and then right here, you're just playing a cool classic for them, and they're actually carrying out the work. It's timed, it's and there's a cool classic for them, and it's actually really, really so cool. So I prefer the Figma really over the Jamboard. Yes, I do, and it's actually really cool. If you upgrade on it, you have the option of making a vote um um on so many things. Okay, but for the free versions, it has a whole lot of features that is actually really cool. And the time is up, and the music is going to stop, and then it says time up. Okay, the music is stop, time up, and then you can start doing corrections across board. You could also add a comment. Okay, comment on certain things. This is what you need to do, this person is what you need to do, as much as possible. This is actually really cool. Here is templates. There are a lot of templates in Figma that you can actually use to enhance your ideas, what you want to do with your student, how you want to start the class, how you want to talk about the topic, discuss the topic as much as possible. It is actually so cool. And finally, you get to put a title to it. So this is just going to be agile tech board. Okay, so this is my board. You're welcome to my board. Okay, and there we have it. And now the question is, Figma is good, how do we make it an add-on to our Google Sheet, or Google Meet rather, to our Google Meet? How do we do that? So I'm just going to show you right here. Okay, so right here you go back to your meeting. Okay, and then right here you have what we call activities. Okay, so you're just going to click on the activities, and then you're going to see Figma. We also have Lucidspark. I've talked about Lucidspark. There are more. We also have a Miro is right here. Okay, so I'm just going to click on Figma. Okay, Figma, and then I'm going to do admin install. Now, doing an admin install simply means that if I do an admin install, it's going to be automatically installed across our workspace. Okay, which is actually cool. I could do an individual install. I've done that in my personal Google Meet, an individual install, right? So I have it, but an admin install, everybody gets to use it. So I think that's what I'm just going to do, admin install, and yes, click on continue, and everybody moving forward gets to have this. Okay, so I'm just going to click on finish. Everyone at my organization is going to use it, and it's going to load, and there we have it, Figma right here. So you just click on so everybody has this, so you can now connect individually to your own Figma, and then right here um you don't have to go to figma.com, right? But you can just create your Figma file, right? You can join existing files, okay, and there it is. So simple. Okay, so this becomes an automatic what, an add-on. You can see right here that it's going to show you. So what you do is when you go to activities right here, every educator is going to see that right here as an add-on automatically added to your Google Meet organizational account. Yes, that is it. Thank you very, very much. Bye bye.